How did simply staying quiet make things way worse? I was in history class when my teacher accused me of cheating on a test. I didn't do it. But instead of saying that like a functioning human being with a working mouth, I just froze. She walked up to my desk, leaned in with her arms crossed, and said, "Did you cheat?" I stared at her, not blinking, not speaking, just full deer in headlights mode. She asked again, louder this time, "Did you cheat on this test?" Still nothing. My brain was screaming, "Say no," but my mouth decided to take a permanent vacation. The longer I stayed quiet, the worse it got. She tilted her head like she was diagnosing me with guilt, then said, "Your silence says everything." No, it doesn't. My silence says I have the communication skills of a haunted mannequin. She grabbed my test, held it up like it was evidence in a murder trial, and said, "Go to the principal's office." I stood up, grabbed my bag, still said nothing. The whole class watched me leave like I just got escorted out by the FBI. I sat in the principal's office for 20 minutes, alone, staring at a motivational poster that said, "Honesty is the best policy." The irony was not lost on me. The principal walked in, sat down, folded his hands like he was about to negotiate a hostage situation, and said, "Your teacher says you cheated. What do you have to say?" I opened my mouth. Nothing came out. He waited. I panicked. He sighed, picked up the phone, and said, "I'm calling your parents." That's when I should have spoken. That's when I should have said literally anything. But nope. I just sat there like a malfunctioning robot waiting for someone to reboot me. My parents showed up 30 minutes later. My mom walked in first, looking like she'd just been told I joined a gang. My dad came in second, looking like he was about to disown me on the spot. The principal explained the situation, then turned to me and said, "Do you want to tell them what happened?" I looked at my mom. She was tearing up. I looked at my dad. He looked like he was calculating how long he could ground me before it became illegal. And I still said nothing. My mom started crying, actually crying, and said, "How could you do this?" I didn't, but I also didn't say that. My dad just shook his head and muttered, "I'm so disappointed." The principal started talking about academic probation, loss of credit, possible suspension. I was spiraling. Then the door burst open. My friend Jake walked in, out of breath, holding his phone like it was the Holy Grail. He said, "He didn't cheat." Everyone turned to him. Jake pulled up a video on his phone and said, "I recorded this during the test because I thought it was funny." He hit play. The video showed the girl sitting behind me, full on copying off my test, leaning over, squinting, writing down my answers like she was taking dictation. The principal watched it twice. My teacher, who had followed my parents in, turned pale. Now the entire situation was different.